In this week's special Christmas Eve CS2 news, Valve may be planning one of the biggest changes to the CS2 skins economy we have ever seen. Team Falcons have shut down all roster speculation and confirmed their plans moving forward. A fully Ukrainian organization is making its return to Counter-Strike 2, and 100 Thieves have made a massive coaching hire for their CS2 comeback. All of that and more in today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SkinsLuck channel. I am Zep, or Zepcast, as some of you may know me, bringing you the news here this evening. Now, while we usually do the news on a Friday, and I thought that the last week's news was going to be the last one, we figured why not last minute bring you a bit of news on the Christmas Eve, as it's the last piece of news we're going to be able to get done before the new year, so we get to round out the year in style, bringing you the latest up-to-date news. And also we wanted to take the chance to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, but we'll leave the good sentiment to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed the content you've been seeing out of the SkinsLuck channel this year, please do let us know in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on this video and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more, because what we have done on this channel up until now is only the beginning, and we'd only hope to grow from here, but we can't grow without your support. And also make sure to let us know what you would like to see out of the channel going into 2026. But anyway, let's get into it, folks. Today's CS2 news covers economy changes, roster stability, regional representation, and one of the most important coaching signings we have seen so far in CS2. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here we have our first story, folks. Valve reportedly exploring replacing cases with special terminals. Eventually managed to get that out. We're starting with a story that could potentially reshape the CS2 economy. According to reports picked up by UA.news, Valve may be considering replacing traditional cases with special in-game terminals. The article claims that instead of opening cases through drops and keys, players would interact with dedicated terminals, potentially allowing direct item access, controlled odds, or a more regulated system on the overall. Now, Valve hasn't officially confirmed this, but this discussion reportedly comes amid increasing scrutiny around loot boxes and gambling style mechanics in video games. Which, look, I gotta say, folks, it's a very interesting topic, and of course one that will obviously hit home given the nature of SkinsLuck and what we are over here, right? And it's interesting because I come from an era of gaming, of FPS gaming especially, right? When I really got into FPS gaming at 15, 16, I'm 26 years old now, and it was with Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I would argue that around that time was the peak of the loot box system, right? We were seeing it in every game, and then we had the huge controversy of it. I think it was in Star Wars Battlefront 2, which, again, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments if I'm misremembering some of these bits, but as far as I'm aware, that game got taken to court, I believe it was in the Netherlands, where we started to see more stricter gambling laws be put in place because it was considered gambling at the time, and it was being incentivized towards minors, given the fact it was Star Wars. So again, it was a very interesting time, it was a weird time, but personally, you know, I think it's worth giving my personal feelings on the whole matter, and of course people will take it as it is because we're doing this on the SkinsLuck channel, right? But I really genuinely do like the loot box system. Obviously it's dependent on how it's done within games, right? But I would take a loot box system over a battle pass system any day of the week, because the way that I look at a loot box system when it comes to getting nice skins or whatever it may be, the value in having a skin, whether there's a real world value or just simply an in-game value to that skin, it is the rarity of that item, right? It is the fact that other people probably won't be able to get it as much. Like I remember in Black Ops 3, there was only certain weapons you could get from rolling the loot boxes, but you could earn loot boxes, and quite a decent amount of them, for completing daily challenges and playing the game throughout the day. And just from playing the game, I got most of the DLC weapons, so it was possible. But then people also thought it was really cool because, wow, they couldn't get that, and they were jealous. They wanted it. It was a rarity thing. Whereas now with a battle pass, as long as you grind, you're guaranteed to get this particular thing, or if you want this skin, you can just simply go onto the store and pay 20 bucks for it, and then you may think you're cool getting this nice skin, but then everyone else who has money got the skin anyway, so it feels like it kind of defeats the point. So loot box system, I think, especially with CS2, you know, bringing it all back, the rarity system within CS2 is what makes items so much fun to have, and it's created a whole new ecosystem of its own. So again, of a news piece where I'm interjecting my personal opinions here, but I really do value the loot crate system on the overall. And I mean, look, if this is true, it is massive, right? Because cases are the backbone of the CS economy. Any change here wouldn't just affect players, it would impact traders, marketplaces, third-party sites, and creators. And the article also suggests that the system could allow Valve greater transparency and regional compliance, especially in countries where loot boxes are being regulated or banned, which I believe may bring us back to the whole Netherlands point. And I mean, look, this certainly wouldn't mean the end of skins, but it would definitely be a big end or a change to the CS2 economy as we currently understand it. If Valve moves in this direction, we're talking about one of the biggest structural shifts since skins were introduced in the first place. Anything to do with skin changes can be massive, folks, so do let me know in the comments what you think of it. Next up, we have Team Falcons committing to their current CS2 roster. lυck reports that Team Falcons have officially shut down all transfer speculation, confirming their commitment to their current CS2 roster. Following rumors of potential lineup changes after mixed results, Falcons made it clear that no moves are planned and that they believe in their current system. The organization stated that their focus is on long-term development rather than reactive roster shuffles, which I always think is the right mentality and idea to have. It is really refreshing to hear. CS teams have a habit of panicking after a few bad events. Falcons choosing stability suggests that they're building something structured rather than chasing quick fixes. Whether the decision pays off competitively remains to be seen, but it sends a strong message internally. And folks, I will preach it till the cows come home. A good team with a lot of reps together will always beat a great team with not many reps and not that much chemistry. Give your players time, they will figure something out, and don't go chopping and changing after a month. If 4 or 5 months you're seeing issues, yeah, sure, get your singular player replacements, but beyond that, focus on building the team. Up next, Permisa Esports returned to CS2 with a fully Ukrainian roster. Now, this is a story with a bit of a real regional significance. According to EGW News, Permisa Esports are returning to CS2 with a fully Ukrainian roster. The organization had previously stepped away from Counter-Strike 2, but is now making a deliberate return, focusing on national identity and long-term player development. The roster consists entirely of Ukrainian players, many of whom have competed in regional and Tier 3 competitions. This is bigger than just another team announcement. Ukrainian Counter-Strike has historically produced elite talent, and initiatives like this create genuine pathways for players who might otherwise go unnoticed. We've seen similar success stories in the past where national identity and structured helped teams punch above their weight. So hopefully we see this structure once again do that and offer up more Ukrainian talent into the CS2 pool. And finally, folks, 100 Thieves hire Glive as head coach for their CS2 comeback. One of the biggest headlines of the week, and this is according to Esports Bets, 100 Thieves has hired Glive as their head coach ahead of their CS2 return. So again, make sure to go show some love to this website for reporting this article. Glive, or Glive, again, my pronunciation probably not right there, is widely regarded as one of the greatest in-game leaders in Counter-Strike history. A 4-time major winner with Astralis, known for his tactical discipline and long-term systems. This move signals that 100 Thieves aren't just coming back to CS2, they're coming back seriously, looking to dominate, taking one of the top talents, putting him in the coaching position and seeing if he can structure something special for that side. This is a culture hire. It wants to bring structure, preparation, and accountability, exactly what a returning organization needs if they want to compete at the highest level. What's interesting, though, is that 100 Thieves have opted for leadership first before announcing a final roster. That suggests that the players will be selected to fit the system, not the other way around. And I absolutely love this, right? I love the idea of a team coming in, putting a coach into place and being like, okay, we are going to go in with a structure and we're going to try and build long-term around a predetermined, preordained structure, rather than trying to fit the mold of putting some superstars together and seeing what makes them tick. How about you put the players into a system that you make tick in of itself, right? It's a bold strategy and I really, really like it. And if it works, it could be a really good stepping point and stepping stone into the future of esports, where we see more of a reliance placed on the structure, the organizations, and the people running the teams, rather than simply overhyping the players themselves. Because don't get me wrong, the players are the entertainment, we absolutely love them, but simply slapping players in a team and expecting everything to work is a very, very naive viewpoint. So if we could focus on these structures, it'll give players more room to thrive. So if this project works, it could become one of the most disciplined teams we have seen in early CS2. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the news we have for today. Sorry if this video dragged on a little bit, interjecting a couple couple of my own personal opinions here, there, and everywhere. But folks, please do have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and thank you all so much for the love and support that you've shown on the videos on this channel, especially since I've begun making these videos. I've been seeing the shorts doing quite well. You know, the videos here, there, and everywhere with the views, but people tuning in, leaving comments, leaving likes, enjoying what they see. Again, we're only at the beginning, and it's a stepping stone from here as we continue to push the channel. But just thank you all so much for enjoying the content, and I hope to see you back seeing more of the content I make here in 2026. Let me know again what you'd like to see. Let me know in the comments, and if you want to make sure you don't miss out on anything that we do in 2026, please do subscribe. We'll see you then. Until then, take care.